Here with CHEM.digital. Today I'm going to share with you some of my tips, real estate SEO tips for blogging. I've been managing this real estate blog for a few years now. We started because of the shift in the way consumers want to buy, which would be more than being sold to. They prefer to be educated. So I started this real estate blog having going on 20 years worth of experience in real estate marketing, to provide pretty much daily blog posts on real estate marketing, tips and tricks that I've learned through work with different clients. Obviously we try different strategies, we learn what works, what doesn't work, and over the years, while marketing strategies and campaigns do change, we've been able to sort of shift in with the ebbs and flows of the market, transitioning from buyers markets to sellers markets and back to buyers markets again as we're approaching at the end of this year. So a lot of the preparations that we're in now is the shift in education of the consumer, and figuring out what the pain points would be, questions they might have. Google themselves they update their algorithm daily with about 20 different changes. But for the most part, the functions that we're looking at right now is the search has migrated to questions. So a lot of you get a lot of SEO juice. In fact, that's a terminology I put in a blog post yesterday saying we should get rid of. But you get that section at the top of the Google SERP, the search engine results page. You'll see about 4 or 5 questions there typically. So answering users' questions should be about 50% of your strategy. It's also good to consider your customer's journey and kind of how they go, what questions they ask and what things they're looking for at various stages. So, first time home buyer, might be, how do you buy a house? How do you get a mortgage? What do you need for your first mortgage? Things like this. As you progress into as they progress down the stage, there's different questions that come up through the process that you want to help them answer. As they're Googling, as they're searching, you being a repetitive source of valid information because it's there in the organic search results, not a paid ad. It promotes value, promotes you as a thought leader, promotes you as an expert in the local community. Search term, as far as the IDX goes, just displaying properties on your website like the portals. There's a lot of competition there with massive sites like Google. So if you're thinking that you can rely solely on, that's probably a topic for tomorrow, to dominate the local community market within your hyperlocal farm, then there's really no chance that you're going to place there. So your real estate blog is what you can use for gaining placement over a variety of questions, terms, etc., for the local market, geography, your audience, your farm area, your niche, your area of expertise, your theme, whether it's comical, whether it's serious, or you focus on a specific aspect of real estate like flipping or buy to rent or what have you. So some sort of theme for your blog to create an audience. It doesn't have to be applicable to everybody, right? You're not catering to everybody, you're just catering to your niche. So having a blog with 100 subscribers or 1,000 subscribers is important. As I mentioned, I've been running this real estate blog for a few years now. I've got over 110,000 subscribers to this channel, or to the blog channel, that goes out by email pretty much every day. I'm presuming that most of my subscribers are real estate agents, since I focus on real estate marketing and the subject of all of my blog posts are related to real estate marketing. So in terms of your real estate blog and sort of building that subscriber level, you don't need 110,000. We're obviously nationwide. And that opens the door to 2 million real estate agents. So, we're growing based on based on the market share of real estate agents. So, we know that there's a potential, almost 2 million agents in the United States. We're trying to, we've got 110,104 subscribers to this channel via email. Many more that come across each one of the blog posts. I think we get about 110,000 impressions a month as well from Google across the different blog posts that we write. I don't target real estate marketing as a keyword, although that would be an epic one to have under our belt. But we compete with other brands like Playster and Inman News, etc., that write daily, and they have a slightly larger team than we do to produce content. So in relation to your real estate blog, and specifically this blog post, some of the things that you should consider are your headline. So yes, Google looks at the headline, but stuffing your blog post with keywords doesn't make a difference. In fact, with Google, you need to use the keyword that you're showing up for within the blog post. So writing a heading that is that's attractive to the user, that grabs the user's attention, should be your primary focus. You can try split testing, or A/B testing as it's known. Otherwise, for a couple of different versions of your headline, see which one works best. You should, within your blog post, to keep the user on the page, you should have links to your other blog posts. So while somebody might it, you should have some links within the article to other articles on your blog to keep people reading, so related articles. And then, speaking of people exiting, you should have some sort of exit intent. So as you scroll to the X at the top right, or to the tab area of your browser, then you'll get a pop-up. If you're on our blog now, just try that. As soon as you scroll to the top corner, you'll get a free consultation pop-up where the user can pick a date and time to schedule a marketing consultation with us. Keyword research is important. Writing to what consumers want, right? Researching keywords, showing the amount of traffic, that will then identify some terms that are important to the readers of your blog. I monitor sort of news feeds as well, and read across all of the real estate channels to kind of see what the buzz topic of the day is, and start to write to any trends that I see there. Writing short, scannable paragraphs is important. So not having people struggle. They're not here to read a book, right? They're here for tips and tricks. It's harder to read on a screen. You scroll down. So being able to scan sort of short paragraphs, and certainly make sure you write in your own language. Make errors all the time in some of our publishing, so do all of the media outlets, and there are things that just don't get caught, and there's always somebody to point it out and write back. We've had customers in the past that have caught things like that, saying if you can't even spell correctly, then I'm not going to do business with you. It's like, hey guys, give us a chance. We're human, everybody makes errors, so we do the best to sort of spell check, double check, read it out loud, make sure it makes sense to you. And the most important tip that I could give you in terms of real estate SEO for your blog is to put your reader first. I always try and think about what are the questions that my customers asking? What do they want to know? I don't want to be here lecturing somebody, but when they've done a search for some information, they are happy to answer a question. I'd like to speak to the things that are of their concern at this time, or provide them some information that they didn't know that they might feel useful, that's relevant to whatever it was that they're searching for. If you have any questions about starting a real estate blog, or you'd like to get started blogging, you need some help with keywords, SEO, some blog topics, there is related articles included here. There's one at the very bottom in the conclusion with a going on 100 or 780 so viral blog topics that you could use to pick from to get started. But if you do have any questions, use the form below if you're on the blog, to schedule a free consultation. If you're on YouTube, I have included a link to our consultation form, but please browse some of our other articles, and good luck getting started, or improving the number of pages